707. But we are not just in the 707, man. We are in the crib having a podcast. This is legendary, and it is episode 1. Episode 1 with some amazing people in the house, man.
Not the first episode.
It is the first episode. Thank you. Honestly, what a blessing. We have Malachi in the house. Here you vibing with Maui Love.
What's up, y'all?
We've been meeting here and there. We've crossed paths here and there. You know, Good Company has been a huge inspiration. Not just for me, obviously, for all the Bay Area. Honestly, you guys have been making impact and ripples, what I like to call ripples in the industry and in the community here. You know, hip-hop is really alive.
Right.
And I love being part of it, man. I love being a part of it. You know, a lot of my interviews are very much like, I like to just like chat with people and be super authentic.
Yeah, no facts.
You know what I mean? Conversation, real good conversation though. So, you know, Your Highness Radio usually gets off on air every Saturday from 4 to 6 o'clock. Right. Every Saturday, legitly, we are either doing interviews there, or we like to do just showcasing of new upcoming music. A lot of my talented friends from Sonoma County have been able to be blessed to be showcased in the radio. They've had an opportunity to come and interview. We get to talk about like real deep stuff. So if you ever feel uncomfortable with some of my questions, you'd be like, let's go to the next one. You know, it's all good. I like to dig deep.
Heard.
Because in this platform that I've created with Your Highness, I like to get to know where you guys come from, where you originated, and what have been some of the biggest influences in your life that have gotten you to the point that you're at. Yeah. So we're going to go a little bit back. I've been doing my homework, of course.
Okay.
And I saw young Molly. He was getting down, man. So I want to talk about that. Like, I want to talk about your youth, because you are already still very young, but like also very wise. Like right off the bat, guys, we are with an old soul.
Right.
Here.
My friends be calling me an old head and shit.
Old head and shit? Nah, man. Old soul, it works good. But you know what I mean? Let's talk about that. So some of the Instagram posts, if you guys haven't seen him, you can follow him on Instagram, Malachi, Malachi. And you can find him on Instagram. Do your homework. Go way back and get inspired, because I look back and you're like literally, it looked like you were 12 or something. Rapping, doing some amazing stuff. So talk to me about that.
You know, I don't know. I couldn't really say much outside of, you know, just like, it was just us trying. Like, matter of fact, it was the day after Christmas when we actually had just started. And I rapped over a Slim Shady beat to my dad, and he was like, nah, put this over this. And then he gave me a Jay-Z beat. And I still had my goggles and shit, and we was just like, we got to post this. And he put it on Instagram. Like, me and my cousin really sat down in front of a table and was like, we got to make you a name. And we went online for a rap name generator. And then we just put things about me in there. And then it just ran this little system. And then that's how we got The Real Mally, which was my first Instagram name. And then it
The Real Mally, guys. That's where it all really began.
Yeah. Crazy.
That was amazing. So I hear that your dad was right there with you.
Every day.
Talk to me about Pops.
Pops is amazing. Pops was like, he was really the engine for a lot of it. Because it's like, when you're 12 years old, you know, it was just recreational. It was just fun for me. But like, he was like, nah, you could do this if you wanted to. And so he was the reason why I'm able to like stay up till 3. Like, Splash, I tell you, like, I'd be up yelling across the way. It's like, bruh, he put that fire in me for music. So it's like, I'm able to stay up now due to him just being like so adamant about letting me know that this is how you get it. You got to grind to get it. And he's just been there through everything. Like, if you had been to an early show with Rez, he really used to walk me through the crowd. He used to be like this, and he'll walk me to the right and walk me to the left while I was rapping. And it's just like, that's been like, he's been a driver. He's been a great person to have.
So a huge foundation. I think that a man that is close to Pops is a very strong thing. It's a very strong thing. And you know, it is sad sometimes to see in our society when men lack that, right?
Yeah.
When men lack that, or women also too. We all, you know, I think that having that core is really important. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Shout out Pops.
Right.
Shout out Pops. Shout out Pops and my Pops too. Hey, shout out my Pops too, because right now I know he's missing me. He's usually the one that's listening to me every Saturday.
That's fine.
He's working at grocery outlet, you know, just setting stuff up, but he's listening to me every single time, and it's like, that's the reason why I do it, you know, because I love that he's listening. So
that's beautiful.
That is super beautiful. Shout out our family. I think family is super, super important. What inspired you to pursue the career as an artist? Like, at what point did you go from, like, I'm doing this for fun with Pops to, like, actually, let's make some money. Let's do this. Let's do this as a career.
I couldn't tell you the, like, exact transition. It's just, like, it started as just fun, and it's always been just for the love. But it slowly, as I got older, became something that I ran to often. And when somebody's like, let me pay you for this and let me pay you for that, it's like, oh, so I can make money off of this. And then dad,
that's real humble of you.
Yeah, my dad a hustler. So as soon as he seen money in it, it was like, bro, I couldn't even not do it if I wanted to. Like, he was gonna make me regardless. But nah, yeah, I mean, it's always been for the love. But I guess the transition probably was when I got signed, when I was 14.
Okay, you got signed when you were 14.
Yeah, I did.
Who was so lucky to sign you at 14?
Eric Stewart, Coach E, for me, Extra Records. That's he was just like very adamant about doing something for me, and he was trying his hardest, you know. And really, he was really just unk off the block for real, but he was trying, and I feel like that's what mattered at the end of the day. And he paid me. I signed for $500 my first time signing.
Wow, that's lit.
But
how old were you? 14?
I was
that's
14.
A big deal at 14.
Right.
You were rich.
Oh God, I was ecstatic. Like, damn, I'm finna be on. But like, yeah, that's when it changed, because that's when I started actually writing songs and things started shifting for me. I say that probably then.
Hey, shout out Unks. Shout out Unks for
Unks
believing in you.
Right, come on.
You know, so are you currently still signed?
Mm-mm.
No, he's independent. Hey, you guys hear that? He's independent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you and to so many in Good Company. I think that literally this is what I always say when I get the chance to get the mic. I'm like, thank you for showing us the blueprint. Thank you for showing us that we are capable of grinding real hard but making it possible.
Come on.
You know, and I think that I am also practicing that and doing what I'm doing, which is reaching out, understanding that artists really are human beings, you know, and that if you do that genuine connection, then, like, you know, we get places and stuff. So, what inspired you to get into the industry? And by the way, I did reach out to some friends that are really close to me, one of them being Pac here. Oh. And known as Beethoven, yes, and Beethoven would like to know that. So that is a question that he'd like to know.
I don't know. I mean the driving force was obviously Pops, but I think things started getting like a little bit more industry this year when I started like running with Russ, and not like just like I'm understanding the business a little bit more. So I guess what inspired me is like watching him. You know, when a nigga give you the blueprint and he give you space to do what you love every day, it's like, if you don't go do it, then you don't love it.
Period. You're making that choice, and you make that choice every day. Because, by the way, guys, I want to give you a great hug for the fact that you came out and
no problem, of course.
All the way from Merced, you guys.
Yeah.
The fact that he called me at 7:30 in the morning and was like, "Hey, I'm on my way, but you know it's gonna be a while."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yo, you're up in a train at 7 a.m." Thank you.
Not the air horn.
Thank you. I had to. I was just like, I'm so beautiful. Grateful. Like, I'm so grateful. I think that means a lot, and it shows that this matters to you.
Yeah. And
that made me feel extremely special. So thank you.
No problem. Thank you for having me like in your space, bro. It's definitely appreciated, on God.
Thank you for that. I love that. Also, next, tell me about your experience working with Lorenzo. You mentioned Lorenzo being a huge impact. And I would like to hear your experience, as well as how did you make that first connection with him?
Oh, okay. So the connection was made because T had showed me, T showed my music to Russ. Okay. And then Russ reached out to me when I was 14. Then I went into the live session with him. And, like, ever since then, I've really been, like, under his wing, under their wing. You feel me? Just learning. But working with him, bro, like, the first time I worked with him, that I felt what it was to genuinely be with your tribe, bro. Like, be with the people that you feel like you're supposed to be, bro.
Yeah.
And it was just different, like, the encouragement. And he's always been such a good spirit toward me, bro. Especially, like, in just the whole GC crew, bro. Like, I really...
GC crew, man. Good Company, okay?
Oh,
shout out Good Company.
Right. I really, like... I met Splash not long ago. And, bro, like, really brother. Like, he's really, like, my dog for real. So, like, just... the experience to work with LaRussell, bro, it's just like, it's assuring. Because he shows you that you can literally do anything if you want to do it. If you really love what you're doing and you're willing to go put in the work and take the steps, then, like, you could do it. I know that I could be one of the biggest ever. Like, I'm aware.
You are one of the biggest ever.
Right, thank you. And it's like, bro, I don't know if I would have had the full mindset of that if I didn't meet him. Because it's like, when you got a nigga like Drake telling you, it's like, bro, you already did it. Yeah. I know. Like, I know I could do it. If you saying, it's like, bro.
Are you saying you had Drake say something?
No.
No, but he will someday.
But Russ is like, bro, he one of them, though.
Russell is one of them.
He one of them.
Russell is one of them. 100%. And he's also one of the most genuine persons I've ever met. You know? Fact. He really genuinely feels for his people. I see that, and I see the way he treats you guys, and I see the way he genuinely loves you guys. And it's really cool, but you're going to get there, and I see you getting there. I see you getting there. It is really amazing. Your music, man, your music comes from the heart.
Thank you.
It comes from the heart, and I'd like to know, this is my personal question, and I always love to ask it, because I asked this to LaRussell when I had the pleasure of meeting him in the back of the Escalade. But how has poetry impacted your life, and like at what point did it impact your life? Because I heard your music and it's full of poetry, all of it. I hear poems and everything.
I feel like poetry has it's shown me that there's other ways to get my anger out, and my frustration and my sadness and even my happiness. It's like other ways to express myself rather than even just talking to people. Because sometimes as a young nigga, it get hard to communicate sometimes, bro. It really get hard to, like, express yourself, and then you got your uncles and your father in your ear sometimes telling you, like, nah, that's not how we do things. Like, don't go talk to somebody. Don't go figure that out. You need to figure it out by yourself. And it's hard. So it's like, poetry gave me that outlet, and it gave me, like, a genuine way to get things out with having to hurt anybody in the process or anybody getting hurt on the back end of me just not knowing how to express my emotion. Like, poetry, bro, like, and I say, like, when it impacted me, when it started really hitting is when I started listening to Lauryn Hill. Like,
Lauryn Hill.
Bro.
Watch out, baby. Lauryn Hill's back
I know,
there.
I see. I've been peeped.
Hey.
I've been peeped. Come on.
Okay,
like, bro, I really,
You know what I call this room? The star room. You look around, your signature's up on the wall. Over there by the LaRussell painting right here behind.
I can't even see it. My fault.
It's not your fault. It's right there.
Oh, fire. Oh, that's the one that we signed?
Yeah. You remember? Okay, I was like with my eyeliner.
I remember. Right. That's crazy. I did sign that with eyeliner.
It's so funny.
Real.
Anyways, guys, where and how do you find your creativity, and what is your work process as far as creating music?
Life. Life's always going to be like inspo. Because when you work from life, you're never going to stop feeling. That's why Russ is able to make 36 albums, because, like, he hasn't stopped
36 albums,
and he talk about his life. So it's like, you know.
And Sage, when did you start writing these albums?
Wait, me?
Yeah, 36 albums?
Oh, no, not me. I said that's how Russ was able to get there. I ain't at 36 yet. I'm at 4 right now.
It's good. You're going to get there.
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
That's crazy,
I'm sure.
Though. But shout out to Russell, man.
Yeah.
36. The grind is real.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, it don't stop. You know, life doesn't
Okay.
stop, and you continue to learn. And if you allow yourself to be a student, you'll always have something to write about.
100%. 100%. I love that. So write about your life, you guys. Get
Come
that
on.
journal out and write about your life because it is meditation. This is my take on poetry. Every single time I actually write, I'm like tripped out because I'm like, that's me. Like, I don't know. There's like a wiser part of me that comes out whenever I write my poetry, and it's like it's a total trip, you know.
Yeah.
Very, very therapeutical for sure.
Heard.
For sure. You are a busy guy. You are doing a lot, and I'd like to know how do you manage that? How do you keep yourself on track?
Well, I don't even know. I just like wake up, try to get my little prayer in, and then I just do what I can. You know, I can't really do much outside of that. And I have a really bad memory, so I try to put stuff in the calendar. But
I try. Me too. I try.
Yeah,
I have a hard time with that.
I don't know. All I could do is try my hardest to get things done, and that's just my management, just giving them what I got.
Okay, bet. Thus far, what moment has impacted you, and stuck with you the most?
What moment has impacted me and stuck with me the most in my journey? It's hard to pick one, but if I had to, like,
you can pick two if you need to.
this whole year just been crazy. So it's like, but I say like the things that impacted me most was probably moving in with Russ and the whole GC like unit. I feel like that impacted me a lot. And I guess the second one would probably be like in my whole journey, I think impacted. See, I gotta pick three. When my dad made me start really rapping, and we start putting in groundwork. And
of course,
when Russ dropped, it's a song called "Demon with a Halo." Hey, bro. That I love that song. That's my favorite song, like by him to date, and it's just very inspirational. And when I be down, sometimes I love to listen to that song. It's very like it's something that keep me going.
Another question: what is a goal for the next year? Not this year because it's about to be the end, but 2025. It's a big year coming up.
My goal is to continue to find my workflow and like do it in a way that really shows who I am outside of anybody else. Because I'm like super big on like wanting to showcase me. Like, I don't want to be seen as somebody I'm not, and I don't want to be seen as just a rapper, because I'm not just a rapper. I'm like a lot. I'm a lot of everything, you know, like I'm an artist, you know. I'm multifaceted, so it's like, you know, and we all human. And I feel like sharing that is what not only builds brands, but like builds community. Like, you get to see Snoop Dogg be himself and Russ be himself, and it's like all these people have community, and they have so many people behind them because they're being authentic to themselves rather than like just showing one side. Like, a lot of niggas that just be rappers is cool, but they just rappers forever. That's what they're remembered as. I want to be remembered as something else. I want to be somebody that impacted on different like scales rather than just music. I want to help at home, and I want to, for me, give back to the community in ways that I can, and just like bring genuine culture back. Not just like, for me, this like microwave shit that they be giving us. It's like, bro, all of that is important, and showcasing every side of me is going to contribute to my journey.
And I think it's important to be so real like that, because I think that that's a lot of what we lack in the world is like that genuine energy. Where sometimes people try to be like others. And I think that social media has a lot to do with that. Because we see certain images and certain like personas that we see are successful per se, quote unquote, because you could be the richest person in the world, but you could be the most unhappiest person in the world. You know, money is not where it's all at. And so I think that is really important to have that goal. Especially as an artist, like I think we are capable of being so versatile, and a lot of the times we can fall into like wanting to be like one like box like genre. or some sort of like whatever that might look like. And it makes it really, well, like, why not explore, right? Like, why not be something different?
And that's completely a fact, bro. It'd be like, you're human, and there's so many sides to a human that if you try to be one thing, you're just gonna be hurting yourself, and you'll be doing the world a disservice. Cause like, everybody's sauce come from being they self. Like, E40 was himself, and he's saucy. You feel me? Mac J himself, he's saucy. You feel me? I'm learning that I gotta be myself a little bit more, because that's where my sauce come from, you know?
Exactly.
And it's like, bruh.
And we all got different flavor sauce, you know what I mean?
Oh, God. Fact.
I love that. Hey, we're not on the radio today, you guys, but I want you guys to tune in every Saturday, 92.3 FM, Your Highness Radio.
Talk that shit.
And definitely tap in with Malachi and his music. Straight up, you guys will love it. I feel like you got good feel music, but I feel like you also have a lot of knowledge in your music. So let me tell you a little bit about Your Highness Radio.
Heard.
Your Highness Radio is like a little bit of play on words. It's not just Your Highness like the crowns that you see here, right? We all wear crowns. You have a crown. I have a crown. I'm a queen. You're a king.
Heard.
You know, there's multiple kings in this room. There's multiple queens in this room. And I feel like there is certain people in the community that deserve a platform where we can shine, where we can connect, and really speak about life in general in a positive way. So I'm all about positivity. I'm all about understanding you as an artist, but not just an artist, also as a human. You know, understanding you and understanding like where the music comes from, you know. So another question that I have for you is like, I feel like all humans are just, it's our humanity to be influenced by our surrounding, our environment, the music we listen to, the things we watch. So what are some of your influences when writing your music or when expressing your feel?
I'll be pulling from like a lot of things, so I couldn't even just tell you one, but I'm gonna tell you one. Lil Russell, of course, right? It's hard not to, but I say Lauryn Hill. Also, okay, we're gonna say Lauryn Hill. You're gonna say Kendrick. I'm gonna say Nas. And Jadakiss.
Ooh, yeah. You got that lover voice out of you. I totally hear it in your music.
A little bit.
And I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a valuable and beautiful thing. You just don't find that in the world no more. So I'm really happy to get to know you. I'm really happy to like see another genuine person in the world.
Right.
And I knew that right off the bat, even just listening to your music, you know. I hear a lot of struggle. I also hear a lot of success and overcoming in your music. Yeah. As well as you finding yourself through your music. You know what I mean?
Before we go any further, can I share something with you?
Yeah, of course.
You had asked me which moment in my life or in my music journey really impacted me. And I left this out, but I really felt this. We were in LA on a trip, and I got a call in the morning about my grandfather, and he had passed. So that next night,
my condolences.
Thank you. That next night we went to a studio called 1500 or Nothing. It's legendary. It's great. Rance, Mike, and Keys, just a whole bunch of producers that have done so much for like culture and music.
Okay.
And I just remember feeling everything it felt like, just strongly, and I didn't know exactly what to say in the moment, and I didn't even want to tell all my friends because it was kind of like everybody was having a good time. But I was just sitting down, and they played this beat, and we had made a song called Keep Your Head Up. Yeah, that moment like shifted me spiritually and mentally, just everything, because it was just so much going on, and to be able to continue to create and power through and like be with the people that love me genuinely.
Meanwhile, going through grieving.
Yeah, it was a strong moment.
Through grieving. And so in that moment, were you rapping?
Yeah. I made a couple of songs. It was just like, and even like Rance had gave me my props. It was a lot. And it reminded me that like God sometimes doesn't like, he gonna take, but he gonna give at the same time, you know. And it was so quick.
That's real. That's real. I gotta highlight what you're saying. You're saying the God is gonna give and take at the same time sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think that it's really wise of you to recognize that, even though, you know, your grandpa was going, you were also receiving a huge blessing by being in such an important place.
Right.
And that you had to push through, because you could break down right then and there and be like, I can't do this right now.
Yeah.
But you pushed through and you recorded.
Yeah. Come on.
That makes you great. That makes you hella great. That's really dope. Thank you for sharing that moment. It's really important. Who and what did you look up to as growing up?
Who did I look up to? I said my big brother.
Your big brother.
Shout out Alex. I feel like it was so much going on at a young age, and we like had been through hella raids, and you feel me. My pop had went to jail. It was like he played dad for a little bit, and he was so young, but he was really like I used to call him dad, and it's like it was a lot, but it wasn't. It was what I needed. It felt, and he understood that. And
you called your brother dad.
I called him dad for a little bit. It was like, you know, but he understood what it meant. It's like, you not dad, but you dad right now. And he really played that role of a father figure at such a young age.
How young was he?
He was 5 years older than me, so I think he was about 14.
Wow.
And in those moments, I really just needed him to come through. And I really looked up to him for like, just everything. I looked to him for advice. If I needed advice about a girl when I was younger, he popped out. If I wanted to talk to him about music or everything, it's like, I'll never forget those moments in time. I really looked up to him. Shout out him.
Shout out the brother. Honestly, shout out our siblings. I think our siblings is really important to us.
Yeah.
A lot of times they guide us in the right directions.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they just are like that net to fall back on.
Fact.
So shout out our siblings for sure. You mentioned earlier a great question. How many siblings you have?
Yeah, 8 of them things.
8 of them things, he says.
Crazy.
So it's really cool though. You know, you have a big family, so it's important. Yeah. It's important. Another great question, and this question actually comes from someone very, very special. He is working with One World magazine.
Cool.
So I'd like to announce to both of you that these interviews will be published in a magazine as well. It's going to be very cool. It's a great opportunity.
Dope.
So Maui is going to be published in a magazine, so I'm really excited. It's a huge blessing. We flexing,
That's
you know.
Beautiful. I'm happy for you, bro. That's lovely.
Thank you. But no, I'm happy for you because you're also going to be published in the magazine.
Come on.
But one of his questions, who's the owner of the magazine, is what taught you more? The streets, a mentor, your moms, or your pops?
More than any of those people, I feel like life taught me through those people. You feel me? I could never pinpoint because I got taught so many lessons from so many people, and I was always around the older folks, so I had to pick up game. I feel like experience taught me, and I feel like those adults in my life, you feel me? Everybody that formed a community, you know, take a village. Nobody taught me more. Everybody taught me what I needed. I feel like every step that I took was necessary to be where I'm at now.
100%. So definitely what I'm hearing is a village.
Yeah.
A village, and I think it's really important to note that it takes a village. Like, even today, it took a village for a second,
Just
you know,
because happen, right.
Yeah, exactly, to make it happen. And I'm really grateful for my village, who is all my people here, you know.
Beautiful.
And it's really nice to see and know that you're surrounded by people that support you.
Come on, thank you.
Yeah. How does it feel elevating into this, like, music industry, like, to be a part of a group, you know, that you're working with?
It's good to feel included in that group and be a part of it. Like, I came into it unsure. Like, I was sitting down in the living room with Tieta and Splash, you know, just talking about how I don't even know why I'm here, or like why I would even. I feel like I don't deserve it. It's like a nigga wanted to go home, you know. It's just like they was reminding me that like I'm supposed to be here. Like, one of the first things Tieta told me when I came, it was like, I know that you could feel like you small, but you're here because you're a giant too. And just having somebody or many people that will pour into you in that way and so many other ways has just been great. it's like a conglomerate of love and care. It's just like, it's like family. Like I was just telling them, like, my plans for this summer was to go to a school called 1500 or Nothing. The studio that we went to, that was my plan, but it didn't go how I wanted it to. And I really sat down for a while and was thinking, like, damn, if I would have went there, I don't know if I would have experienced community in the same way. And so I'm grateful to have had God give me that detour and be like, this not where you going, because this is where you going. But yeah.
And always trusting that everything that is happening is meant to be happening the way it is.
Right.
And one thing that I'm hearing that you're saying, like you said, you were wondering what you were doing there. I feel like a lot of self-love really comes into play when creating, you know, and I think that could be the biggest journey, is like learning self-love.
Fact. And
learning self-acceptance. Like, I feel a lot of the times we're constantly looking for acceptance everywhere else, like validation with everyone else. And it's like, hold up. No, it's here. You know, you got to like really validate yourself and know that you are worth it. You know, you're definitely worth it for sure. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for like making the time, making the literally trajectory to make it out here.
Come on.
It's been super a huge blessing to really get to know you even better. And you guys are always welcome. Whenever you get the time and you get some music radio edited, you'll be on rotation 100%. Well, thank you so much for getting to know me. All right, guys. I can keep talking.